Shade cloth can be a lifeline for plants during extreme weather. I cannot tell you how many times it saved me from losing all of my stock to various disasters. Now, succulents are pretty tough and will usually live through events that would make other plants perish. But with weather being increasingly erratic pretty much all around the world, it may be worthwhile looking into it. Those of you collecting and propagating succulents may also like the peace of mind, especially because some rarer plants are not that tough. In this video, we'll look at pros and cons of shade cloth and what type is best for succulent plants. Shade cloth is designed to reflect UV back instead of it hitting your succulents and causing burns when the sun is too strong. If you get the right type of shade cloth, you are protecting your succulents but also allowing ample light in so they can stay compact and colorful. Shade cloth will also protect against mild frost, so if your winters are not too cold and you only get the occasional frost, shade cloth will be enough to keep your plants safe. In the last few years, we've had some pretty rough hailstorms and all of my garden succulents got shredded. But everything under the shade cloth was good. Any falling debris like leaves or small branches should be caught by the shade cloth as well. And lastly, shade cloth will limit some animals that like to eat succulents. If the structure allows for the cloth to go over the sides, it can prevent caterpillars, grubs, grasshoppers and birds from getting to your succulents. The biggest con I can think of is that shade cloth is not very environmentally friendly, as it is pretty much all synthetic. But in my experience, they are pretty durable and I have most of my initial shade cloth from when I started my nursery 12 years ago. Shade cloth can also be a bit unsightly, but if you're handy, they look quite nice over pergolas or wooden structures. And of course, a greenhouse is a great choice. Shade cloth should always be securely attached, as winds can easily blow it off, which can damage any plants in its way. And lastly, if the shade cloth is too dark, it can cause succulents to stretch, which brings me to the majority of the time, 30% shade cloth is the absolute best for succulents. It offers just enough protection from the UV and allows the right amount of sun in for them to look pretty, compact and colorful. 30% can be a bit tricky to get in stores, but you'll definitely find some online. In my experience and opinion, 30% shade cloth can be over succulents permanently. But if you go darker, it is likely you will get some sort of stretching. 50% could be doable, but anything over that will be too much. If you can help it, always go for 30 and get a bit of extra length for summer. The reason being extreme heat waves. If you expect temperatures to go over 35 degrees Celsius, you may want to double up the shade cloth for the duration of the heat wave. The need for this will very much depend on your location. We often get temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius in summer, and some succulents in pots just cook even under 30%. I know this sounds like a pain in the backside, but unfortunately, if you want to have nice looking succulents, this may be necessary. In general, succulents will fare better in the ground, so you may only need to protect those planted in pots. And lastly, let's talk color. All colors will have the same effect of providing shade, but personally, I prefer the white shade cloth as it will reflect heat a bit better. Green is also good and blends in really well. And that's it! I really do hope this was useful to someone out there. Please give us a thumbs up as it helps my channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time.